All right. Hello, boys and girls. Good afternoon. Welcome to TrueWin channel. I'm your host today. I'm Chelsea. And first of all, I wish you have a very good day. So today is July 19, 2021. And in China here today is a little rainy. But in a whole, the weather is fine. And here again, I'm in our company's broadcast room and share with you history, culture about knives and about the whole industry in my hometown, which is Yangjiang City. So let me introduce my hometown to you first. So Yangjiang is a western city of Guangdong province, and it's a four-tier city, I think, and it's really it's really near the sea or ocean. And you know, when I was a kid, my family we often dream about not dream about we always will plan to go to the beach to play around to have some vacation. And I and it's like a difficult, very difficult thing to achieve when I was a kid. But now, as I grow up, and I think going to the beach is a very common thing. And last time, our boss here, he invite all of our colleagues to go to the beach to have a trip. And seriously, honestly, and I didn't want to go because I think all of us will have that kind of feeling because you are so familiar with uh, the tourist spot in your hometown. You don't have the interest to go. But honestly, the beach of my hometown is quite wonderful and very beautiful. And if you come, I think it will give you many surprises. And uh, this noon, and I I I have a call with a friend. We haven't talked for a while because we are both very busy. He is, and I invite him to come to our hometown, and he is a Canadian, and I think if he comes, we will have a show to tell you guys and introduce our hometown to all of you. I think it will be very fun uh, to have an interview with him. And so my hometown is a coastal city, right? It's a coastal city, and so their seafood is unavoidable, right? And for me, I think seafood is quite yummy and delicious, but it's not. Mm, and now is the summertime, and there's
Microphones have a little,
okay.
a little noisy because of the air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
就是有风，对，风声还挺大。这玩意儿怎么塞进去？喂
No，
喂，
你的蛋吗？
没有，我没有，就是瞎喂，干着急。OK，
Thank you。 So now is the summertime, so a lot of visitors will come visit, and it's the high time, so I suggest you can come to my hometown after the students go to school, like in August, the end of August. After the end of August, the few people, I think it's more cozy and more fun. And apart
蓝牙已连接。
from this, we as a small city, it's true that we have a slow paced life, right? But also we are a city full of people who also who also work hard to want to achieve something, to create things, or to change the world. Yeah. So I happen to be one of those kind of person. I think we can still do a lot of things to make things happen. Yeah. And so Naive and Tooth, they are the name card of our hometown, because we have 1,400 years of history. It can date back to Madam Xian. She was so brave that she led the army near this area to fight against the enemies. So she lack of weapon, right? So she made a weapon. She made a weapon near the city. So it is the origin. It is the origin of how we start the whole industry. So Madam Sen was a legendary. Not only she was a brave soldier, and I think she was a great role model to our girls, right? Not only men can fight in the battlefield, but also we women, we can fight in the battlefield either. So I think she was a very good example for me to be brave, to compare with men, right? Okay. I think not only in China but also in the foreign countries, there are also some very great women as leaders, such as Madam Margaret Thatcher from Britain, right? Or Hillary Clinton. I think they were great women. And so Madam said, I heard a lot about her, not only in the non-eventful industry, but also in the agricultural industry. I remember that I once was a broadcaster selling agricultural products, and Liu Dali and Chun Sharen, they are very famous geographical products of our hometown. Liu Dali is the brand, is the geographical brand of Yangdong district, and the discovery of Liu Dali also also result from Madam Sen. It is also about she let her army fight against the enemies, and they were tired and exhausted, and they were running out of their food, and the soldiers became weak. So during the work time, right, the food was so important. If your army lack of enough food to supply their energy, I think they cannot fight, right? It's very difficult when a human being was so hungry. How can they have power to fight against anyone? So at that time, one of the soldiers accidentally found out a plant. He after he took the he ate the plant. He became quite powerful and energetic. And Madam Sen asked the soldier, what was the plant? And the soldier said, it was called at that time it was called 大力牛, I think. Oh my God. I remember the story. So it is one of the stories. She found out the agricultural products. So she was a female hero in the history of our hometown. I think everybody in our hometown knows about her. And the knife and tool industry, I am very proud. I'm very proud of my hometown because I can show you some numbers, some figures, like the total domestic output of the output, the whole output of the whole industry of our hometown reaches to by 50 billion RMB, 15 billion RMB, and it covers the domestic output like 70%, and covers the foreign trade output like 80%, yeah. So you can see the whole figure shows us that the industry are already very mature, and alongside their history, there rises many famous knife makers like He Chuanli. He Chuanli, he was famous for making the vegetable knives, 菜刀, 文武刀, and later on, there are another famous knife maker. His name is Liang Jifu. We have the knives called Jifu Xiaodao. So actually, he was a jewelry maker, and he was very good at his job. So he used the method. He made jewelry to make the knives, and it gives the really delicate design to the knives he makes, and it was so beautiful, so such amazing design. So he became famous, and the boss, the initiator of the 18 group, learned how to make knife from Liang Jifu, and so it's amazing, right? And my company, which is called Sanying, 3 Children, I can we can easily imagine that what is triple win, right? So our philosophy to do business is that you win, I win, everybody wins. I think it is this philosophy motivate us to look for long-term cooperation relationship with our partners, with our customers. and it's a successful philosophy to keep us growing. And I can tell you what I understand about the Trip Win. If you guys have ever learned about Mandarin, the Chinese characters, I think you can understand this very easily. Trip Win 3, right? 3. 3 is the number, is the lucky number in the Chinese culture. 3 is the lucky number of Chinese culture. And why I said that? It comes from the book of change, 易经. There was a sentence called 一生二，二生三，三生万物. It's like 2 result from 1, 3 result from 2, and everything results from 3. Right? So 3 is a very lucky number in the Chinese culture. And I remember the company I worked for before, the real estate developer, Evergrande, their stock number of Evergrande. So I think I really like about it. I think the president really have a good taste, And what about the win, 赢? So we all want to win, right? We all want to win in our life. And how can we become a winner? I think the answer already shows up in the characters. Do you know why? So you see, 赢, it contains how many parts of the characters? 王口月背反, right? It contains 5 parts, 5 parts. And the core part is the mouth, 口. And 口, mouth is so important because we use mouth to eat, we use mouth to communicate with people. And so if you want to be a winner in your life, you need to pay attention to what you try to speak, what you eat. I think the most important part is how you communicate with people. It's so important. It's vital. It even can decide whether you live or die, right? So we need to. I remember in the book of 鬼谷子, we said 口乃心之门户. So what we think in our brain, and we will state it out loud. So I saw a lot of stories that people didn't pay attention to what they said and didn't end up good, end up well. So it's the mouth, is the core part of. If you want to be a winner, you really need to. You really need to pay attention to what you speak, what you want to convey in your language. Just right now, how I communicate with you, it's so important, right? So you can know about me, who I am, know about my company, what we can serve you, how can we become long-time partner, right? So, and I really hope you can get the message I'm trying to convey, and hopefully I will attract the people that have the same philosophy of to do business with us. And I think so I have told you the core part is our mouth. Pay attention to our mouth. And the okay. 对，我就看不到 comment。Okay. in the upper part of the mouth is the character of death. So if we it describes the importance of how our mouth is so important when we want to become a winner. Oh my God, I think my eyes will cannot focus. My eyes cannot focus on the camera. I think my eyes will slip away to watch the TV screen. It's okay. Okay. Thank you. And let's see the below part in the left. In the left of the character was the character 月. So what's the meaning of 月? It means month. So month is it equals to time, right? And so we always when we work or when we live our life every day, most of the people, we don't pay attention to time management. And for some of the people, maybe they think they can live forever, right? If you have this attitude, I think we cannot be a winner. So the most successful people, that people who can control the time, they can use the time to the fullest to achieve their goal. And I had read a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And they, it will teach you how to manage your time. And I think I don't need to emphasize the importance, but I can tell you a story. Is that if we, time is so important, right? Time is so important. Maybe I can give you my example, myself as an example. I used to be a person who is not very productive, and I don't have my goal. So I just spend the day purposely, and I grow really slowly. And after I realized that I had so many hits in the society, so I found out that the attitude I had around time management was so waste of time, so waste of my life. And I start to change. Then I start to make plans to set up some goals that I can achieve in the short period. And I think after that, I feel like I come alive. I become a consciousness. I have my own. I have my consciousness back to become a individual, to become a conscious individual. So, as a mature person, I think you don't need me to emphasize here how important time is to us. We even have the proverb that time is wealth, time is money, right? So if you want to become a winner, we need to have a good time management method. We need to learn how to master our time. And in the middle part is the character of Faye. Maybe most of you doesn't know what's the meaning of Faye. And if you are familiar with the Chinese history, you will know that in the Song Dynasty, the government used Fei shell as the official money. So in our mind, in Chinese people's mind, fei also means money. So I think you know that, right? If you want to become a winner, so you need to know how to invest, or how to manage your money and let your money work for you, right? So it tells us the secret is in this character, right? And what about the last part is the fan. Fan. What's the meaning of fan? You know that? Yeah, ordinary. Ordinary. So what we can get from this character, it means that if you want to be a winner, I think you need to have an ordinary attitude, common attitude towards everything. So some people, when they achieve something or when they become very excellent in some certain field, they will become arrogant, or they will think they have it all or they know it all. That attitude will fail you. You will fail with those attitudes. I think all winners, or they know how to put their heart in a peaceful place, to be modest, to be a common person. So I think you get it. You have all the answers, right? You had all the answers. So now you know these two characters is our brand. How wonderful is that? 3 should win, right? So you have the answer to become a winner in our brand, and you will become lucky with our brand. So I always tell people that this my understanding towards these 2 characters, it contains some deep meanings. I think as a company, as an organization, we not only just earn profits, we also need to have some cultural background to support us to go forward in the battlefield, right? And I always admire people, especially our boss. They will read books, they will keep learning things, even though they are already very successful, even though they are already very rich. They still learn, they still read books. And you know, I have ever met a friend who is already very successful. He often reads, and in the last spring festival, we only have like 9 days a holiday. He reads 3 books, and I didn't finish one. So I guess this is the difference. Why I was not successful, why he is successful, right? And even our boss, Mr. Thank you. And our boss, Mr. Zhong, he loves reading too, you know. So I think the owner of a company really tells everything. So I think our company will be your best choice. So not only that, we have the ability to serve you, but we also have the Chinese culture to share with you. And I think both Eastern and Western culture, we have things to learn, and we can be harmonized with 2 cultures to empower individuals. I always interested in how to make both Eastern and Western culture empower individuals to become a successful human being. Once we had a discussion about whether Eastern culture or Western culture, which is better, or how to say, which one is okay. Okay, we'll have a break now. See you soon. Bye bye. Oh. 突然间发现我好胖。我想把这个打印下来。你能听懂我说的吧？嗯，是的。其实你可以用这个电脑呀。这个也是咱们公司生产的哈，都是屈臣氏。嗯，我之前连过了，我是很好奇为什么打不出来，是连上电了吧？不开了吗？灯不亮了吗？啊，难道还要怎么？要用这个连吗？
蓝牙已断开。
So they are different colors to cut different foods. Lighter orange color, we use it to cut the food that are already cooked. They're like sausage, bacon. When we use this knife, we want to make sure that it is healthy, it is safe, and it is clean for our body, right? So our mouth, we are what we eat. So we really need to pay attention to what we want to put in our mouth. So what we use, the tools we use to prepare our food is so important. I think you need to be really careful, right? And for the red color, this one, the red color, it is a very potent color. It is full of energy and it is lively, right? It is lively. So we use the red color knife to cut the food that is fresh, that is alive, like the raw meat, like the seafood, and so on. So it is very easy to remember. I think if you use this imagination to tell your grandparents, tell your parents, I think they will remember which knife to cut the certain food. They will remember very quickly. And the light blue. And every time I would tell my friends that what will you think of when you see the light blue, and I will tell them that it will remind me of the color of the ocean, the color of the sky, or the feeling that I eat vegetables. And as I live in the southern part of China, I think our diet consists of vegetables every day, compared to the people from the northern part of China. I think they eat a lot of meat. Every time I eat a lot of meat, I think my body is so heavy, and I want to take a lot of exercises to fade the feeling away. To fade the feeling away. So when we eat a lot of vegetables, our body feels very light, just like we see the ocean, we see the sky. So I think you remember that we use the light blue color knife to cut the vegetables, right? So make sure that you eat vegetables every day, every meal, to keep your body healthy and young. And so about the black color, black, in Chinese, we have a word means 黑暗料理. It means that food that contains heavy taste or heavy smell. And so it reminds us that the ingredients like ginger, right? Ginger, onion, or pepper could create very heavy smell. So we don't want them to mix the. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we don't want them to mix together to ruin the whole dish, the whole taste. Yeah, that's right. So I think you got all the idea behind this product, right? I think our product is so considerate to your needs, to your everyday needs. And I think it is a universal problem we need to help our customer to cope with. And I think it is a product you are worthy to own. And so about the blue one, the small blue one is used to cut the fruit. So like, I think fruit is so important to our body too. We need vitamin, we need fiber, we need all kinds of vitamin, and what is it? And I think for us girls, we need to eat fruit and vegetables every day to keep us healthy and keep us become more and more beautiful, especially very good for our skin, right? So this whole set, I think it is not only beautiful looking, but also very pragmatic to cope with your problem. And I think my mother will definitely love it, because I think my mother she really pay attention to the tools we use. We always separate we not only separate the place, the tank we use to wash the vegetables and wash the raw meat. Like at home, we wash the vegetables inside the kitchen, and if we buy some raw meat or seafood, we wash them in the small balcony. So we separate them, and also the dishes we use and the knives we use, we separate too. Um, Especially when we are in this situation, the COVID-19 is so serious. We need to protect our body to absorb some other bacteria to attack our immune system. So this is the whole knife set. I think they will be very bestseller in your country. And if you tell your customers that how wonderful it is, right? And the price are very, very not expensive, because we are the knife manufacturer, so we sell the products directly to our clients. And if you are the wholesaler, you can purchase the products directly from us. And in China, the retail price for each of the big knives is around 19.9 RMB, and for the smallest knife is around 13.9 RMB. So it is quite worthy for you to own one, and I'm sure it is worthy. So about this colorful knife product. So the products our company produce is a bridge. It's a bridge to connect every individuals in the earth. I hope every person who uses our products will get good wishes we send out, and also get the message that our products, the culture that our products convey. And I really hope our products will become the connection around different people from different countries. So it is so much about the colorful knives set. And what about this one in my left hand? So you see, this set of product, it contains two knives, right? One is bigger, the other one is a little bit smaller. And so let me tell you the idea of this set. So for the bigger knife, the material is used is of the best quality. It is no doubt. And for the smaller one, it is also the best quality. And it has a name called JPSK5, SK5. And we will often have a joke that because we in the cosmetic we have our SK2, right? So sometimes we will joke about that. It is the SK2 in the knife industry. And as you know, so if a couple work together or live together or get married, and I think if they both work very hard, so I think they will seldom have time to have dinner together, not only mention to prepare dinner together. So I think this product can be an invitation to your spouse to invite your spouse to or in the kitchen together to prepare meals. It is said that if couples they often do housework or do the cooking together, it can improve their relationship. You know, to involve your spouse to be to involve more tasks in your home, and I think it is true. People will become responsible will take on much more responsibilities when they have more when they get involved in the in the home issues more. It will make them feel they are needed, and they will offer more, and they will contribute more. And I'm sure this product can help you to improve your relationship with your partner, with your life partner. Okay. So after my introduction, are you interested? I'm sure you will have some other requirements. If you like our product, please leave your contact information in the comment box, and we will have our professional sales representative to connect with you. And we often go to the Canton Fair. Maybe some of you have already knew about our company from the Canton Fair. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. You will know after my introduction. And maybe I can casually check something about myself with you. If any of you is new into our broadcasting room, you can please just subscribe to our channel. I think you will be surprised that what we are gonna do next, and I think you will be interested in what we are going to share with you, and I think you will learn things from what we share. Okay. And if you are interested in like Chinese culture, like traveling or food, I think we can become friends. Okay. I think I'm here to sell my country. And for myself, I grew up here in my hometown, but I know when I was young, my friends, they always said I have a special look, different from the local people. When I was very young, I'm not certain, because I don't know. When I look in the mirror, I just feel that I look the same with other people. Why they said I have different look? So I don't understand. And when I was young, I was very not confident. I really hate camera. I think camera hate me too, because every time I took pictures, it was so ugly. I don't want to see my picture. I clearly remember that when I was in grade 6 in primary school, we had a photo shoot in the campus for our graduation, and that was the first time I took pictures. It was devastating. I think after I got my photos, it gave me some gray shadow forever. And I remember when we were in the classroom, my classmates, they were watching the photos, they were enjoying the photos, and they exchanged the photos to be a souvenir to remember each other. And for me, I just looked down my photos. I felt so sad deep down in my heart. And And I didn't know what to do. I just felt like I was so ugly. Oh my God, I was so ugly. And I don't know what to do. And I just hide my pictures. And I cannot accept it, why I was so, I was so ugly. And since then, I was very afraid of taking pictures. So it becomes my reality. Every time I took pictures, I'm scared. I'm scared to take pictures. I'm scared to look at my pictures. And I didn't tell my mother because I don't think she can comfort me. So I think I have too many things that I kept myself that I didn't share with other people. So it became my mental problem that I didn't know what to do with it, and I don't know how to deal with it. So I always think I'm very ugly, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, I always feel I'm very, very ugly. From primary school, junior high school, senior high school, I didn't think I'm beautiful at all. I'm not confident at all, even though I was really good at taking exams. I was really good at taking exams. I was a JA student. And but the only thing I am proud of myself is my grade. It's so sad. And I don't have any love affair in the junior high school, in the primary school, in the senior high school. So when I start to feel beautiful, you know, just recent years, how sad is that? No, right? Yeah, really. Let me tell you that how how I how I think I'm beautiful now. You know, before this year, I didn't think I'm beautiful. I'm sexy at all. Because even though I have friends, they tell me that I'm beautiful. Even though they tell me I'm beautiful, I'm not confident. It's like you need other people's recognition to become beautiful, to become confident. And I just I you know I just and last year I I feel so depressed. So I went out to search some answers. It was like I didn't know what to do with my life because I think I'm not beautiful. I don't know. I don't have any technique to be valuable. So I want to search out to learn from some excellent people. So I joined the Toastmaster Club, and it was really at the first beginning I didn't like the Toastmaster Club. I feel like I didn't learn anything from the club because I came there to learn communication, to learn public speech. But at the very beginning, I think the meeting was so casual. I didn't want to go. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to share a little bit of my story, okay? You know, about the Toastmaster Club. Before I was in Guangzhou, I didn't know any of it. And I know it because I joined an GOEC community. It was a English speaking community, and I met many friends there. They speak really good English, and I was so envious that I want to be like them. I want to speak English fluently too. So I joined their online events. I try to push myself to come out from my comfort zone. And I try to do things that I'm scared. I'm scared to express myself. I'm scared to I'm scared to give public speech. And at the very beginning, I think I'm lucky. I'm lucky because at that time, because my accent, I always have very good English accent, even though I didn't know how to express myself, and I got a chance to become the host on their online event. It is the first time I host an event online, and it gave me a platform to know more people. And from that time, I start to go out to go out from my small world in, and it was amazing. Even though many people can't understand, at your age, why are you so active in joining all kinds of events? Are you why you don't settle down? Why you don't just find a boyfriend to get married to? Just be a common woman. And you know, maybe something deep down in my heart is calling me. So I keep searching. I keep talking with other people. And after I found out there are speech club in our hometown, I was thrilled. So I joined and I became an officer in the team. You know, it didn't went well at the last year because the team was too casual managed. So I didn't have any productive outcome out of it. And this year, because of some problems of the club, so the meeting was suspended, and around that time I start to search some other things online to join. So I searched the clubs from the one-tier city, like in Guangzhou, Zhongshan, Xiangmen. I found out the Toastmaster Club was quite wonderful. Because if you are well organized, if you have a good team to their heart are together, they work on the meeting with a really with great commitment. The meeting is really productive. It really can help everyone in the team to grow. So I start to fall in love with Toastmaster Club, and I start to decide that I think I can use the things I learned from Toastmaster to empower myself to work, to live my life. So it really gives me a attitude to do things with great commitment, to focus. And even though you are doing some very tiny job, you need to focus and make it thing, or just do it with your fullest. And and so in this process, I start to change. You know, I think when I don't like to talk with people, I just hide myself in my small world. That's why I become so I don't know myself beautiful. So after I go out to meet people, to join the event, I start to want to be beautiful. And I want to be good to myself. And so I start to change. I start to look different. And I also feel quite young, even though I'm not that young. And I just don't feel like I'm at my age, even though it is quite weird. You know, about my look and my age, I don't know how to explain. I always got the question, "Are you from Yangjiang?" I just I don't know how to answer this question because I grew up here since I was 1 year old. So I have already think I'm a Yangjianger. So when people ask me this question at the very beginning, I didn't know why you asked me this question. I think I don't know myself quite seriously. And I think I didn't realize that I look different. I didn't realize that I speak different. Um, and it really have a lot of funny things happen around. So right now I'm still thinking if next time people ask me where you're from, I want to be funny, you know, because now my identification, because I went to Guangzhou to have my university to study in the university, I have already moved my 户口 to Guangzhou. So I didn't move it back because the government has a rule because I was my 户口 was in the village, but after I move it, I transfer it to the city, and it cannot be transferred back to the village. It is quite a pity, and I can only move back to my village if I marry a guy from my village. Yeah, there is a guy who want to marry me, but I don't want to. I hope he didn't understand. So it's quite funny that um, I I just have this kind of questions these years. I didn't get a lot of these questions before. So sometimes so now I realize why people will have this question. Because now I can see myself clearly from the mirror, because before I cannot see myself from the mirror because I think I look this terribly. I I don't know if anybody have the same confusion with me, not confident about their look. So now I think I can deal with those problems quite easily. And I know now when I look myself in the mirror, I can see myself really clearly that I look like my mother a lot. And I also my behavior and my idea are a little bit different from my friends, my peers. And I think I will look in the bright side that everything is back in a check, because I think everybody has their different pace when they grow up. I am a little bit slow, I know, but I think God has all set up for me. I'm not worried about the future, but I also hope God will help me to become a better girl, a loving person, to care for other people. And right now, I'm so grateful that I'm here to be the host of this channel. I think it is not only a job, it is also my dream to connect people from different countries. So, and use our product as a connection to connect each of us to to be together, right? So it is me, and if you have any of you heard about this, you can give me some feedback. Okay, so in I think I still have sometimes will have some problem to express myself. You know, before I don't know how to accept my reality. It is quite difficult. But now, after my attitude changes, I think every person and everything in my life start to change gradually. It is like magic. It's like magic or miracle. And I start to feel a lot of love from other people. And I feel like I'm become stronger, much more strong. Sorry, I lost my words. And okay, back to our company. So, OK， 是吗？我就陶醉在自己的说话里面了。真的吗？是吗？Thank you. Okay, okay. We'll back soon. See you. 我觉得你很专业啊，现在。对啊，我怕你走了之后，我都不知道这里怎么弄了。
我莫名觉得拍的，我一开始觉得拍的很糟糕，结果拍的还挺可爱的。
哦，你这个怎么拍的？
还挺可爱的。我只是把它变素了，然后这样的话大家都看不出来我刀工很差。
哦，就是你是拍的是慢镜头，然后你变素了是吧？
我把它变得很快，然后就把它变成快了，就速度很快，就看起来哇鬼斧神工。
对，这个音乐好好听，
对，就很治愈啊，感觉。
对，
这个配色很棒。我本来以为拍的很糟糕，真的，因为我整个人在那里乱了阵脚，因为
这样子看起来你就是很会干活的样子。
对，但实际上并不是。但是我们是可以通过剪辑，你看后面这里很好玩，
好好看。这个你怎么拍的？这是你在学校学的吗？还是你自己想的？啊，你好厉害哦！你怎么想到这样拍的？
就是有的时候就是我有一点想法，就是马上要拍，拍完之后就赶紧写，就这样。
哦。
很快，因为我之前在减肥嘛，就很喜欢看一些就是 B 站上面那些吃播，就看他们是怎么做饭，然后看他们吃，就看他们做饭之后，我就觉得啊，我应该也吃了的感觉。然后就他们就是找准一个角度，然后就开始切菜，又开始做饭，只不过人家有锅，然后我没有。然后其实他们就这样把自己做饭的过程记录下来，然后弄一下变速，加个配乐，就变得很治愈。就是很简单的东西也可以变得很治愈。我觉得最后这个真的好做的好好。
对对，这个好好看。
就是特别是最后这个地方。
好美的地方。
就是那个碰杯然后最后再来一个点睛之笔。 好可爱。
啊，你好有创意哦，我都想不到这些。
就一开始我在那里调了很久，就是找这个角，
哦，
然后其实画面好看不够的话，你要突出什么东西？就是我就找了那个杯架，这里最有特色无非就是那个杯架，然后还有这个七彩斑斓的东西，然后就你要突出刀跟这东西的话，你就往这边。其实这个过程做的很艰辛，但是如果通过背的话，我们就可以把它变得很简单。看，只要我。就没有人看出我切菜很糟糕。如果你觉得这已经够的话，如果觉得不够的话，我要给我写吗？就是 Have you ever been anxious about life？ 然后如果给自己做一顿下午茶吧，一把小水果刀，什么快刀斩乱麻，斩断你生活所有不快。
哦。
然后就做trimming 的，升华主题，这种叫 vlog 式的视频。
这个发到哪里
？YouTube、B 站都可以。
哦，后面这里好好看哦，这色彩搭配的也好看。You are genius.
Yes. 哎，不如我们就把这个以后作为我们的标志，好不好？
就是上镜的时候，
对，
怎么做？怎么做？
就是先伸只手出来。
哦，要这么用力啊！伸出手，合起来，然后这样。
对，
哦，
这以后就可以成为我们的像其实歌手那种工作，就让别人信任这个视频是我做的，在做这样一个东西。
哦，就是每个视频后面都加上这个是吧？
对，就是。
哦。
啊，还卡点，然后就没有了。哎，很好。
嗯，我不会拍那么唯美的视频。
还好，就是滤镜的变速的功能，不是我。
那是多少倍速？
我不算是哪个3.8，我它有10，然后我一开始想剪它不行，如果我想把小动物变得快的话，它就会看不出来。
原来视频的美好是这样子弄出来的哦。对啊，很治愈。我觉得你很有潜质哦，你很有潜质做一个 blogger。你喜欢卖啥？卖护肤品。可以学的呀。我觉得你们学校的学生应该会很抢手的，因为你们这么会做短视频。
对啊，随便做一做，真的是我随便做一做。你看我拍了，最多就拍到小小的，然后我加个配乐，所以最多你找好角度拍，后再后期。
我也不会。那你这种的话就比较生活化，你要加上确认你的 logo 吗？在后面。你问我啊？ 对啊，就很美啊，就是你把一个很普通的东西呈现在短视频里之后，让我对它很有美好的那种想法。对，就是你加上了一种很好的那种幻想，给生活带来了一种美好的幻想。就你刚刚用这个架子弄的，嗯，你平时会经常看小红书的视频啊？你就看这种视频啊？对对对，这个视频多长？嗯，然后我要跟你学怎么做短视频。嗯嗯
他是独居，然后呢，他养了一只猫，然后他就是画面是找好一个很好的角度，然后一边做一句，就是这里放了一个 iPad，然后这里就是他的做饭的那个灶台，然后他的猫会在他的做饭的时候走来走去，就他也不敢自己让那只猫出现，然后呢，最后他吃饭的时候，他必须要给自己榨一杯果汁，然后呢，最有仪式感的地方是什么？就是他一定要对着镜头，就比如说这是我的相机，他一定要拿那个杯磕一下那个镜头。就是这样的话，我镜头看的人就会抖一下，画面就会抖一下。就是干杯吃饭，然后这个标志什么？这个博主个人，就是他的猫会出现，然后呢，他每日一颗，我们粉丝把这个叫做每日一颗，一颗一颗。
哦，
就是他的个人。
好像是从他那里获得灵感是吧？
就是我也来，我磕2下，我就不是抄他了吧？不是我的东西了。
是这样。其实我喜欢讲话，你知道为什么吗？因为我以前从来不讲话，我现在可能是我以前的一个，就是我觉得我的天性哈，我觉得我天性是喜欢讲话的，但是我以前一直压抑住了自己的天性。嗯。
把这个鸡蛋往这里。
哎，我觉得这张好看。
对，我也觉得有点像秦海璐跟李冰冰的节。
对啊。 Hello。
视频的色彩展示还是怎么？但是这个位置好像不是很那个展示到我们的高去。对，而且你加快的是挺好的这些的，但是你这个角度就不对了，
就是展示到位。
我觉得整体
还是可以，色彩什么的，还这个视频就是视觉给我感觉挺好的，就是你做那种个人的那种 vlog 那种的是可以的。
对。
但是呢，这样子就我看不清楚你是想收那个刀吗，还是你想做一个餐饮的博主，一个做美食的博主呢？就有点那个，
就是定位有点不明确。
对，弄的是很好的，但人家
有点像美食博主是吗？
这边去拍的。我看一下，我之前我有一个视频，我想想啊，
我去找师哥。
毛毛掉了，应该没，听一下声音吧。那个毛毛老掉。
所谓。我好害怕我把它摁停。
嗯。
因为裤子的原因。怎么掉了？
你们播到几点？
播到
5点
半。
半。
哦，你早上你播过了。
我们今天早上写稿，今天早上写稿。
我们刚刚播了8个，现在播。
Okay. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to our children channel. I'm your host, Chelsea. And so here we are again. And just now I chat with you about some story about myself and our product, right? And our company is a manufacturer. So if you purchase or buy things directly from our companies, I think you will definitely have a good business with that. And as we all know, our hometown is famous for making knives and tools. It's famous for making knives and tools, right? So the whole industry can date back to 40, 100 years ago. And the history tells us that if we continue to be in this industry, I think not only it will empower the whole city, but also will become the name card to the world that our hometown is the knife and tools city of the world, right? We had a Madam Hero, which called Madam Stan. She is very famous because she was a soldier. She led her army to fight against the fight against the enemy, and because they lack of weapon, so they made weapons. So they made weapons in the factory. So they made weapons in the factory, and this is the origin of where we start to have this industry. So when we first started to make the knives and tools, that we I am smiling. We just I lost my words. No. Oh my God. Can you help me to put it back? Okay. Okay, cool. So after we had the first weapons that around Qing Dynasty, there are many knives and tools are manufactured, small like family-owned manufacturers along the Yangjiang city. So, and when we start to build, when the more and more family-owned manufacturers start to show up in the city, so the famous knife makers start to emerge, like He Chuanli, like Liang Jifu, yeah. You know, He Chuanli was quite famous for making Wenwu Dao and vegetable knives. So so we still have the knives in the museum, you know. So we have Liang Jifu small knives. So and the Liang Jifu, he was the jewelry maker, you know. He was the jewelry maker at the beginning, and he was very good at making jewelry. So he started to make what is that again? He started to make knives using this method, and it came out really good. So he can make really good knives. And I remember I read in the history book the boss of Shibazi Group, Hui Shu, Uncle Hui, and he learned how to make knife from Liang Jifu. So that's why I think Shibazi was so famous, because I think they pay great attention to their product. And the same with our company, right? We focus on making good products to satisfy our customers' needs, right? So I think it's quite. I think that is where our company can be successful. If we don't make good products, and that we cannot have competitive ability in the market, right? So I start to think that the core competitiveness is to make products, unique products. They are the foundation of our company, right? So, and you know, the total output of our knife and tool industry reaches to the amount of 50 billion RMB, and it covers the total output domestically like 70%, and it covers the foreign trade, and it covers the foreign trade industry like 80%. So I think we are the industry are already really quite mature, right? It's already quite mature, but the most satisfying part is that our government still really pay great attention to move the whole industry forward. So that's why our government invests a lot of money to in this industry. Hopefully, our knife and tools can go to the overseas and let all the people in the world know about. When they mention about knives, they will think of Yangjiang City, right? And so I think it is what we are trying to do. Either we want to help the whole industry to go out, to go to the overseas market. So we cannot just satisfy with the achievement that we already had, but also we need to introduce new elements into our market. Like we will need to keep catch up with the pace of the society. Right now, the artificial intelligence and robots are quite popular. So we will introduce some high-end technology into our market, right? Into our industry to help to reduce the cost of making the product. And we will introduce the high-end technology to empower the whole industry. I think it is a very brave and bold move. If we just satisfy with the process that we had, I think it is not the right attitude. And if we introduce more technologies into our industry, I think it will help boost the whole economic growth of our city. So I think our city will become more rich, right? And our workers will become more rich. And it is really a win-win situation. And I really look forward to the future that when our products can. Oh, really? I don't know that. Maybe because of the makeup. Like.
No, because of your personality.
Really?
Your inner self personality is more attractive than the makeup.
Thank you. I don't know. I just feel. I just doing the spontaneous speech. The script I prepared doesn't go like this. Some of it, but the framework is like this. First, the whole industry, and then the company, and then the products, and then myself. And the framework is like this, but I add a lot of details and contents into it. Cut tomatoes. Okay. And so, and it is like it is like that we just so it is like that the whole industry is growing very fast, and our government still try to boost the industry to attract more talent, right? And I think honestly, the whole industry, I think it is not very satisfying right now. I think we still need more talented workers, more skillful workers to put their talents into this market, into this whole industry. And
Okay, you can cut it if you want.
all right, thank you, Juno. Juno is a really cute and lovely girl. I think she's the girl I want to become. When I'm in your age, I think you are my role model. You are so sweet. You are sweet that I think you melt my coldness. Really, my mother always said that. My mother said I'm so cold. I'm not kind to people. But after I met you, I start to learn from you how to be nice to people. Thank you. So Oh, so I think we still need a lot of talent into this industry, and to make it become a more high-end industry. And that is why I come back to my hometown. I hope I can do something. And first when I come back to my hometown, I choose to become an English teacher. And actually, I have a lot of thoughts about what I'm gonna do in my hometown. And at the very beginning, I cannot adjust to the environment because I always had a feeling that oh, my hometown is so poor, and the people here, they are so, what can I say, they're lazy. And me too. I'm not that diligent, and I just feel like a little bit disappointed um, about the development of my hometown. But after I met some people, met some great people in my hometown, I start to change. I think there are still many excellent people in my hometown that are working very hard to not only make a living, but also to make our city become more beautiful. So I shouldn't be so negative about my own hometown. If I choose to just be negative about it and just to complain about the environment, it doesn't help anything. I don't think it can help myself to grow, or even though I change to another environment, I don't think with this attitude I can be better at anywhere. And so I think I can be the change. So I start to change myself. That's why. That's so before I was quite self-centered. I always cared about my own feeling. And after I realized myself, like I look in the mirror, I see myself really clearly. Even though I can see myself really clearly from the mirror, but I still need a push. I still need a motivation for me to go out to change step by step. And I think I'm lucky, and I'm also very lucky for what I'm experiencing right now, what I what what I have met, what I have created, what I have done. And I think I'm on the right track. So hopefully the friends in front of TV, you're also in your right track, in your right path of your life. And about the tomatoes, um, so this is our knife. It's a knife used to cut fruits. It is a knife used to cut fruit. So let me try to show you how sharp it is. And I am a person who likes cooking. I told people that I start to cook from 9 years old, but some people, they don't believe me, but it is true. I think I'm not a person who's good at doing things using my hands. I'm more good at speaking. So a lot of people will say that. Also, a couple of days ago, I had to listen to a lecture in the Toastmaster Club. The teacher told us that people can be categorized into 4 parts. So there are relationship-oriented kind of person. There are coach kind of person. There are thinkers, and I forgot the 4th one, but I belong to the thinkers. So I think a lot of things in my brain. So I think my right brain are quite developed, but my left brain cannot match up with the pace with my right brain. So I do recognize this thing, and I don't know, maybe God will help me. I think I have great faith. I mentioned God here. It doesn't mean that I'm a Christian. I just think there are some invisible power to guide us. So just I just got this word to describe this invisible power, because I think not only some material thing make us happy and peaceful, but also some invisible thing like mental thing, right? To make us a more strong person. Because I always think that we cannot rely on other visible things like people, like money, like power to become strong. We need to rely on our inner world to become truly strong. So when I realized I have this power, I thought I become a very happy person. Like nobody can take away my happiness. I feel like it is a quite amazing experience. Okay, I'll show you this. Oh my god, it's very smooth, right? I think I think you can sense that the knife is quite smooth. Okay, yummy. I go and tomatoes. Hmm. It's quite sweet. It is very sweet. I can cut it to become beautiful slices. Oh, okay. Let me put it in front of here. I really want to invite you to have a try. It is very sweet and let me have a second. Juno, do you want to have a try? This one really, really yummy.
Wow.
Do you want to try with the friends in front of TV?
Oh my god.
This is
Can you
so sweet, right?
can you imagine the earth of the tomato is neat and tidy, so that we can enjoy the taste of original potatoes. Yes, this is the original taste. So this kind of paring knife is your first choice if you want to cut some vegetables and cut some fruits.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Really nice.
Do you think I cut beautifully?
Yeah, much better than me.
No, you are better. I really like the short video you make. Hello, friends. If you subscribe to our channel, you will see a lot of lovely videos made by our lovely Juno. I really love her work. She's very young. She's still a fresh in your fresh year, right? Sophomore.
Second year.
Sophomore. Okay. She's the second year of university.
I'm still at university.
When I was in your age, I cannot compare with you.
Really?
Even though this little one. I am you are really you're really great.
great. How
I mean,
did you find
the generation of your generation, I think they're so competitive. you know, with you here, your energy, your passion, it can influence me to become energetic too.
Okay, my
Yeah.
pleasure.
Okay, come on. Mm, okay. So um I got some feedback from friends. I'm too I'm too passive. Sometimes I'm really disappointed about this characteristic too. And so, but I don't know. I think I will. I always think that what's meant to be will always find its way. So I just enjoy every moment that I had. And I think each person has a uniqueness. I think I will be valuable to my society, right? I'm doing this. I think what I done now will lead me forward to achieve my goal. And about goals, last night I discussed with a friend. He pointed me. She pointed that out that even though I have a dream, I have a big goal, but I don't take action to try to make it happen. Yeah, I do have this problem. I just didn't know how to make a plan and divide my big goal into smaller one to achieve the smaller one day by day. Even though I know this method, it's somehow I cannot change it into a concrete plan that I can work on next. And I think I got help from I don't know how to say. So I've kept a secret from God, maybe. I just feel like, and if any one of you has the same problem, I think I can help you to give you some advice. Just be yourself and be happy. Um, you know, knife. I think knife is our good friend because we are what we eat. So when we are choosing a knife, we need to really be careful and be sensitive. And the products from our company, I think we really put a lot of heart to find out what our customer needs most. What are your pain points? What kind of problems you had in the daily life? So, and we try to be the good friends of our clients. Let our products, let our knives become good friends for you. And there is a saying that when you want to understand a person, first look at what tools he or she uses. Maybe it is true, right? The thing we use is a mirror we know about a person. So now I start to pay attention to what I use because people will judge me from what I use, the details about myself. And so let's see the tomatoes. I noticed that in the Western countries, people often eat the tomatoes like this, just wash the tomatoes and cut it into slices and just eat the raw one. But in China, we often make a dish like egg, potato fried with eggs. I remember it is the most ordered dishes when we go out to eat in the restaurant, or a soup made with tomatoes and eggs. Um, I think why people love these dishes so much. I think it is not only because it is yummy or it is cheap, but also I think it is very tomatoes is really good for our skin. My mom always when I was a kid, my mom she often eat tomatoes with some sugar on it, and at that time I don't like the flavor. I felt like it's a little sour and I don't want to try. But now I'm regret because if I ate those tomatoes with my mother, my skin will be like my mom. You know, my mom's skin is very smooth, and for me, I will become smooth or too. um. So tomatoes. Let me help you. It's dinner time here. Um, so about our company, we are manufacturer in Yangjiang City, which locates in Yangdong District, and we offer all kinds of knives. And if you have any interest in doing business with us, don't hesitate to write down your email address or send us your contact information, and we will have our professional sales representative to connect with you. And so our company have very rich experience in doing foreign trade. We have like 20 years of foreign trade experience, you know, and why we have this confidence to represent the knives of our hometown, because our government support us uh, to be the window to the outside world. You know, that we can not only build a bridge to our customers, but also use the knife as the connection to share with friends from different countries our culture, our history, and make you guys become more and more familiar with the Chinese culture and the way Chinese people do business and how we design and produce products. And I think it's a really great experience if we start along this journey. And you know, when we first you know, the history is very long, right? So there is a very famous madam hero in our history. Her name is Xian Furen, Madam Xian. and she's the ancestor of our generation. I can say that because when we when she led her army to fight against the enemies in the battlefield, um, she made weapons. She made weapons. So the weapons conquers knives. So she at that time, so she start to become the example to the folks to make knives. So as it grows, as it develops, so there arise many more knives and to manufacturers in the folks. So even there emerges some famous knife makers like He Chuanli and Liang Jifu. You know, He Chuanli, he was famous for making vegetable knives, and Liang Jifu is he's quite famous for making making 梁继夫小刀. And actually, Liang Jifu was a vegetable was a jewelry maker. He was very good at making jewelry, so he started to use the jewelry method to make knives, and his work is really delicate that people love his work, and it started to become famous. And now in our museum, we still have the Lan Zifu Xiaodao exhibited in the museum, so you can come visit. So we are all the students of Liang Jifu. So, and the company who did better in this industry, they are really committed to making good products to satisfy our customers' needs. So, I think it is a core part or the competitive abilities of a company to excel in the market, right? And you know, we didn't start out to be great, but we start out by doing small steps, by doing things step by step, by follow our heart. And there are many great companies here. Our company is one of them. And I will tell you one more time that the brand of our company, I think it is really funny and contains the Chinese traditional culture elements. Either trip win. Trip win means triple win. It means that you win, I win, everybody wins. You know, before we said that when you cooperate with us, we will build a win-win situation, win-win relationship, right? So our brand's name is Three Wins. Nobody loses. It is a kind of wisdom that we can learn from Chinese culture. You know, the best philosophy to do business is that we all win, nobody lose, right? So I think it is the wisest way to do business, and the most successful businessmen, they are this kind of person to make everybody happy in any circumstances. So how do I understand terrain? I want to share with you. So 3, you know, we Chinese people, we not only we think 6, 8, 10, or 9, they are lucky number. You know, 3 in the book named Yi Jing, the Book of Change. it has a sentence goes like this: 一生二，二生三，三生万物. That means 3 is the mother of everything. So you can see 3 is really, really a powerful number, right? So I remember the company I worked for when I work in the real estate industry, Evergrande Group, their stock number is 43. So I'm really jealous. They can own the stock number like that. And what about win? You know, win in the Chinese people's mind, it is really a good character, very good character. Just like 富强, they are very good words. So the Jack Welch has written a book called Winning, right? Winning. I didn't finish reading the book yet, but you know, winning. We all want to win, right? We all want to be a winner in our life, in our work, or in relationships. So the character win, it tells us it has the secrets in this character to tell us how to become a winner in our life. We can see Wang, Kou. There are 5 parts: Wang, death, Kou, mouth, Yue. I will share with you later in details. Yue are time, Bei, money, Fan is a common heart. So there are 5 parts. Each of it tells us that one attitude which we should adapt to become a winner. So the core part is in the middle, is the mouth. We all know that the ability to speak is so important, right? The ability to communicate with people is so important. So if we say some wrong thing, we will die. Maybe it is too serious, but it will influence our relationship, our job situation, that we are experiencing if we don't speak with great consciousness. So the upper part of the mouth is the character of Wang. Wang means die in Chinese. So if we don't be careful, if we are not careful, we will die because of our mouth. So it is the first secret to be a winner, just to be careful of what we speak, what we talk with people, what we try to communicate with people. We need to be really, really careful about it. And at the bottom, there are 3 characters in the left part. And the left part is the character of Yue. Yue means month, and in Chinese, it has an underlying meaning is that time. So we need to learn how to master our time, and so we can be a very good time planner, so we can master our life, right? Maybe most of us we are not conscious that like everybody, we have 24 hours a day, minus the time we use to sleep, we use the time to eat, to go to the toilet. Maybe we only have like 10 or 8 hours to work. And so I think that the time the way we treat with time decides our destiny. And the success people, you can notice that those success people around us, they're very productive. You can look at their schedule of every day. They will plan the time very carefully. They don't waste any of the time. And I do have this kind of person around me. So they influence me to be a good, to be a wise people to use my time. Because, we don't live forever. That one person, the average length we had maybe 70 years, right? So there is another thing is that we only live like 30,000 days. So with each day passing away, our journey becomes shorter. Life is short. Seize the day. And the middle character is Fei. It contains the meaning of money. It means that we need to really have a good right attitude towards money, because to be a winner in our life, you cannot be too poor, right? Not just that you need to have a lot of saving or like become a billionaire or millionaire, but you at least you can pay off your bills, your monthly bills, your daily expenses. And I think to be a winner in our life, we need to be a wise man in dealing with money. We know how to invest. We know how to make money work for us. Not only we have job, we have stable job to earn salary, but also we have some investment. Even though we are not working, we still have income to come to your wallet. Maybe you can learn this from Warren Buffett. I really admire Warren Buffett. I think he's such a great man in stock market. He's like a god in how to invest in stock market. Even though it is different, but I know he has a habit. He likes reading. He reads a lot, and he has a character of he lives a simple life. He didn't live in one tier city too, but he read news every day. So he didn't fall behind with the people from one tier city. And I also admire his partner, Mungo, Mr. Mungo. I heard about his speech in university's graduation ceremony. He says that if you want to get something, if you want to own something, you need to work hard to make yourself to match with that thing you want to have. And I think it is a very good saying to tell us that whatever you want to achieve in your life, you need to work really hard in your own to make sure that deep down in your heart, you also admit that you deserve that. Not that people give it to you, but you deserve that. It is my attitude towards life. So with this attitude, I don't complain anymore. And I'm grateful for any circumstances I'm experiencing. I always tell people that we are the creator of our life. We are the captain of our soul. And I'm sorry. I talk too much about myself right now, right? So let's come back to our product. Let me have a little tomato to nurture my body. You know, in the evening I have a speech contest. Start at 7 p.m. to tell my personal stories in Chinese. I'm a little nervous because I haven't prepared a script yet. I think I'm really a procrastinator, a very serious procrastinator. And I have a lot of activities. I made myself really exhausted. I really need to chill myself. Wow. Okay. It's sweet. About the, you know, I want to share with something about the Eastern and Western culture. Last year, I gave a public speech in the Jewish community about is some certain culture inferior or superior from one another. You know, I have a question about like big countries like China, America, or Britain. Is they are so developed or they are so rich? Is that because their culture are more superior? And like countries from the world like Southeastern Asia, like Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, are their cultures inferior? So they are not that developed and they're not they're poor. Um, I like this topic, and you know, even though my public speech is not that good, but later on I found out a speech. I had an answer of this question. It's given by Dr. Evo Harari. He wrote a very popular book called Charm History. Yeah, and shaping Homo sapiens. And I think there is a concept he mentioned is quite thought provoking. It is that, but it is a little bit far away from the question that I have mentioned just now. And he said that country, the concept of country is a story. We all believe in this concept that we have the concept of a country. And just like the money is a piece of paper, but we all believe that it is valuable. So it is valuable. But the monkeys in the zoo, they don't believe in this story. So money for them it is not, it is useless. It is just a piece of paper. So it tells us that the people, human being, we like stories, and when we believe in the same story, that we create money and we create country, and by create country, that we are individual countries, that like you are from China, you are from like Thailand, you are from Russian, right? So people from different countries, they believe in the same stories that their country has. But what if we create a different story? Like we believe that the whole earth, we the whole earth, we are from we have our same story, that we don't have this concept of country anymore. So it broadened my mind that actually we are not that different. We are all people, and we all have mother, father, and we all had relatives. That even though we are from different countries, but actually we are all human beings. That we are people. 5 minutes left. Okay, I'm running out of time. Okay, but I still think I have a lot to share. Oh, and so about the differences between Eastern and Western culture, and I start to think actually they are we cannot compare them to find out who is better, who is worse. They are just different in that way. Like for me, I think Eastern culture, we focus on the inner world. The Western culture, they focus on the outside world. So for myself, I like Eastern culture to empower myself to be a human being, to be a confident human being. And I use the method I learned from the Western world to guide me how to work, to navigate the world, you know. So how many times we have left? 3 minutes. So all in all, I think the cultures, there are no so-called inferior culture or superior culture, and we need to respect the differences and embrace the common ground, and to live harmoniously in the earth. So, and back into our knife and tools, I think I really can make the topic big, so big. Also when we dream something big, we also need to go back to the reality to take action, to do small things. Yeah, it is my experience, and it is also my it is my learning from my past experience. Thank you, and I hope you like my sharing. I hope you remember our company TripWin. We will offer you all kinds of knowledge and tools that you will be interested in. And if you are new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel, and we will posted a lot of interesting short videos to you to help you to have a glimpse of our hometown, of the knives, of the culture and knives, and some history of our hometowns. I think you will find my video interesting and substantial. And I also think we will become friends. And I hope you will learn things from my sharing. And if you have any question or any feedback, please comment in the comment box. And if you, I'm sure you will want to do business with us, right? So please just don't hesitate to leave your email address in the comment box. We will have our professional sales representative to reach out to you. And hopefully someday we'll meet offline. Okay, so much for our sharing today. See you soon. Bye bye. Bye bye.